ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యా రంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Next we can discuss about what is meant by the resonance condition. Resonance condition. So what is the impedance of the circuit? Impedance of the LCR circuit. So here impedance of LCR circuit. What is the impedance of the LCR circuit? See here, Z is equals to square root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. L omega minus 1 by C omega, or 1 by C omega minus L omega, anything we can write. So due to increase in the frequency, that mainly based on omega value here. Everything is based on the alternating frequency. Resistance for a given resistor, the resistance remains constant. Generally it does not varies with current. Of course any heating effect developed, that is another matter, but resistance remains constant, inductance remains constant, capacitance remains constant. But what is the quantity changes here? Omega in the sense alternating frequency of the circuit changes. So that means if omega value increases, so but here omega is equals to 2 pi f. Omega equals to 2 pi f. What is f? Alternating frequency here. What is f means here? Alternating frequency. If the alternating frequency increases in this situation, if alternating frequency increases, then impedance of the circuit also increases, because 2 pi f here in the numerator, here 2 pi f in the denominator. If f increases, this value decreases and this total value increases. So due to increasing the alternating frequency, impedance of the circuit increases. Due to decrease in the alternating frequency, if omega value decreases, this value decreases and this value increases, and that means impedance of the circuit decreases. Here due to increase in alternating frequency, angular frequency increases, alternating frequency, not angular frequency, impedance of the circuit, increases. Due to increasing the alternating frequency, impedance of the circuit increases, and due to decrease in alternating frequency, impedance of the circuit decreases. Due to increase in this alternating frequency, impedance of the circuit increases. Due to decrease, impedance of the circuit decreases. No doubt about that. But at particular frequency, at particular frequency, impedance of the circuit is minimum. Impedance of the circuit is minimum. that frequency is called resonance frequency. At particular frequency, the resonance of the circuit is minimum. When that circuit is minimum means, when that impedance is minimum means, if XL is equals to XC, inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance. If the inductive reactance is equal to the capacitive reactance, then only the impedance of the circuit is minimum. Then only the impedance of the circuit is minimum. So, XL can be written as L omega, so 1 by C omega. Omega square is equals to 1 by LC. Omega can be written as square root of 1 by LC. So, omega can be written as 2 pi f is equals to 1 by root LC, then f is equals to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So, this is the resonance frequency. At particular frequency, if this frequency is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC, if the frequency is equals to 1 by 2 pi root LC, then this frequency is called resonance frequency. This frequency is called resonance frequency. That means at that frequency x equal to, then impedance of the circuit is minimum, that is Z is equals to R. If L omega equals to 1 by C omega, Z is equals to R. That condition is called resonance. Here this F is called resonance frequency. Resonance frequency. This is the resonance condition. This is called resonance condition, that is F is equals to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So, that means due to the increase in alternative, due to increase in F, impedance increases, due to decrease in F, impedance decreases. But at particular frequency, the impedance of the circuit is minimum. That frequency is called, what is that? Resonance frequency. And this resonance, so that means due to increasing, decreasing, but at particular frequency, resonance frequency. That is why these resonance, these are called resonance circuits. If the circuit designed like this, if the circuit LCR circuits, if the circuits are designed like this, those are called resonant circuits, and these resonant circuits are used in the tuning circuits, TV tuning. At particular frequency, the channel will appear. So, due to increase or decreasing, the channel does not appear. TV channels, TV remote. So, that means ever TV remote, radio tuning, everything that is based on this LCR circuit. So, that is tuning circuits, these are called, and these are the resonant circuits. These resonant circuits are called tuning circuits, because increase in frequency, resistance increases, impedance increases, decrease in frequency, impedance decreases, but at particular frequency, that is resonance, impedance is minimum. So, these circuits are resonant circuits, and this is used for tuning purpose. That is, this is the situation, resonance condition. Here, this resonance condition exists in two cases here. Resonance condition exists in two cases. So, here for example, if we draw the graph, this is I and this is frequency at particular like this, energy distributed in black body radiation, same situation. So, here resonance frequency can be written as 1 by 2 pi root LC. Of course, the resonance frequency does not depend on resistance. Here, is there any resistance term? Is there any resistance term? There is no resistance. But this frequency, here it is denoted with resistance. Let us say it is R3 and it is R2 and it is R1. Which one is more here? R1 or R2 or R3? Which one is more? If this peak value indicates the sharpness of the current, sharpness of the current. If the sharpness is more, when the sharpness is more? So generally, in case of resonance condition, I can be written as E by Z, but here Z is equals to R, then I is equals to I is equals to E by R. Resonance frequency 1 by 2 pi root LC, there is no resistance, and current, here we are drawing the graph between current and the resonant frequency. Resonance frequency means current is maximum. Resonance frequency condition means current is maximum, because impedance is nothing but R. Inductive reactance must be equal to capacitive reactance. That is why Z is equals to R. Therefore, I is equals to E by R. I is equals to E by R here. Okay. I and F graph. So here the sharpness, this peak value indicates that the sharpness of the current. When the current reaches to maximum value, here I is equals to E by R. If resistance is more, the current is less. If the resistance is less, the current is more. That depends, the current value depends on the resistance here. Here the current value depends on the resistance. Now, come to the topic, here it is, I is equals to E by R. I is equals to E by R. If R is more, then I is less. If R is less, then I is more. If R is less, I is more. So now, R is more, I is less. If R is less, I is more. That means based on this, which one is more here? Definitely R1 is greater than R2 is greater than R3. R3 is minimum because the current reaches to the maximum peak value here, sharpness. This is the resonance condition. When the current reaches to the maximum value, that is the resonance condition. Due to increase from this resonance condition, due to increase in frequency, current decreases. Due to decrease in frequency, current decreases. Because impedance value changes. What is the impedance? Square root of R square plus XL minus X omega whole square. So this is the impedance value. Due to the variation of the frequency, impedance changes. But at particular frequency, impedance is equals to R. So from this point onwards, due to increase or decrease, the current must be changes. So this is the peak value of current. This is the peak value of the current. In that situation, what is the resistance values? R1 is greater than, because this less, R1 is more, that's why the current is less. Next R2, next R3. R3 is minimum, that's why the current is maximum. So that, of course, there is no relation between, this is the graph between current and alternating frequency, but how can you decide the value of resistance? Like this. If the curves are given like this, how can you decide the resistance values? Like this. If the resistance is less, the peak value of current is more. If the resistance is more, the peak value of the current is less. Next. Now, here we have two conditions, LC circuit, LCR circuit. In case of LC circuit, if XL is equals to XC, then impedance equals to 0. LC circuit, once remember that, only two potentials exist. One is upwards, one is downwards. There is no resistance. So that's why XL is equals to XC, then Z is equals to 0, impedance equals to 0. Here, if XL is equals to XC, impedance is equals to resistance. So this acts as pure resistive circuit. Here it is total impedance equals to 0. Then what is the current here? I is equals to E by Z. So that means E by 0. So that is equals to infinity. If inductive reactance is equals to capacitive reactance, then in case of LC circuit, the current must be infinity. Next here, in case of LCR circuit, then current can be written as E by R. The current is maximum current here, maximum current. So this is the difference between the LC and LCR circuit. Of course, it is here resistance present, this is no resistance, here no resistance. Next here, current is infinity means no heating effect generally, but due to the presence of the resistance, some heating effects. So not in maximum power is, so here not to heating it is power consumed, let us say. So power consumed is 0, but here the power consumed is maximum. Power consumed is maximum. So that is the situation. One is LC, another one is LCR circuit. One is LC, another one is LCR circuit. So this is the resonance condition in this resonance frequency. What is the resonance frequency? F is equals to resonance frequency. So remember that resonance frequency F is equals to 1 by 2 pi root LC, or omega equals to 1 by root LC. That's, remember, that's very important it is. Next. So next, half power frequencies. Half power frequencies. So let us say this is the maximum value, this is the maximum frequency, let us say it is omega naught. But at particular frequency, the power in the circuit is half that of the maximum power, that is called, so it is omega 2 and it is omega 1. At particular frequency, the power in the circuit is, half that of maximum power, At particular frequency, the power in the circuit is half that of maximum power. So that is called half power frequency. So let us say here omega 1 is lower half power frequency, So that is capacitive circuits, because in case of capacitance the EMF lags behind current. Next here omega 2 is upper half power frequency, that is, what is that? Inductive circuit, that is. So the difference omega 2 minus omega 1 is called, what is that? Bandwidth. Omega 2 minus omega 1, that means upper power frequency minus lower power frequency, the difference of those two is called the bandwidth. So if you tune between these two, at particular condition we have the maximum frequency. So that is the situation. Half power frequency, at particular frequency the power in the circuit is half that of the maximum power. So that means, let us say P is equals to I square IRMS square R. So if P is equals to P by 2 I square R, let us say, if P is equals to P by 2, then P by 2 is equals to I dash square R. I square r by 2 is equals to I dash square r. I dash square is equals to I square by 2. I dash is equals to I by root 2. So that means RMS current. So if the power is equals to half that of the maximum power, then the current passes through the circuit is RMS current, that is equals to 0.70 times that of maximum current. 0.70 times that of the maximum current. So the maximum power it is P maximum is equals to I naught square R. If P is equals to P naught by 2, then let us say I naught square, let us say it is I naught by root 2. When the power is maximum, if the peak value of current passes through the circuit, then the power is maximum, that is I naught square R. Then if P is equals to P naught by 2, then P naught by 2 equals to I dash square R. I dash is equals to I naught by root 2. So that means if the power is half that of the maximum power, then what is the current passes through the circuit? RMS current, that is 0.70 or 70% of the peak value of the current. So this is called half power frequency. Half power frequency. Next. So next here, what is meant by quality factor? Quality factor, or it is also called as Q factor. Quality factor or Q factor. It is the only number. It is only number. What gives the quality factor? Quality factor gives the sharpness of the circuit. Quality factor gives the sharpness of the circuit. That depends on the value of the quality factor. So the quality factor is defined as Q is equals to potential across inductor or capacitor divided by potential across the inductor or capacitor divided by potential across the resistor. Potential across the resistor. So therefore Q is equals to potential across the inductor, let us say VL by VR, IXL divided by IR. So Q is equals to XL can be written as L omega divided by R. So this quality factor is defined in the case of resonance conditions. This quality factor exists in the condition of resonance condition only. In case of resonance condition, so what is omega value? 1 by root LC. Omega is nothing but 1 by root LC. So from this Q is equals to Q is equals to 1 by R into square root of L square by LC. So Q is equals to 1 by R into root of L by C. This is the quality factor. 1 by R under root L by C. When the situation VL, if we consider VL, if we consider VC also, we can get the same or not. Let us check this. Q is equals to, let us say, VC by VR. VC means IXC divided by IR. XC 1 by C omega into 1 by R. 1 by R into 1 by C into 1 by root LC. Sorry, omega value is 1 by root LC. 1 by C into 1 by root LC. R into root of LC by C. 1 by R into root of LC by C square. So therefore Q is equals to 1 by R into root of L by C. So this is the quality factor. How can you define the quality factor? The potential across the inductor or capacitor divided by potential across the resistor. Potential across the inductor or capacitor divided by potential across the resistor. This is called quality factor. What is the formula of quality factor? 1 by R into root of L by C or 1 by R into root of L by C. Anything is correct. or this is also having one more 2 pi into energy stored divided by energy dissipated per unit time. So, energy stored Q is equals to 2 pi into energy stored is nothing but half Li square. In the inductor, energy stored in the form of magnetic energy, and energy stored as energy dissipated. When the current passes through the resistor, the energy must be wasted in the form of what? Energy wasted in the form of heat energy. So, that is where IRMS square, what is that, R, I square R it is. So, that is equals to Q is equals to 2 pi into half energy dissipated, total energy I square RT. So, that is by I of Li square divided by IRMS square, I square by 2, I naught square by 2, this is also I naught, RT, I naught square by 2 cancel, Q is equals to 2 pi by T into L by R. So, 2 pi by T is nothing but omega into L by R, 1 by root LC into L by R. So, 1 by R into under root L by C, same formula. So, but different ways. So, potential across the inductor or capacitor divided by potential across the resistor. So, here I am considering potential across the inductor, potential across the capacitor. One more form of this quality factor is 2 pi into the product of 2 pi into energy stored divided by energy dissipated, So, that is the situation it is. Of course, here by taking the half CV square also we can do, but it is somewhat complicated because here potential we have to convert that potential everything, but simply we can write it as half Li square. So, here if we consider the potential, here we can consider E square by RT, potential gets cancelled, everything is correct. That is energy stored. In case of LCR circuit, energy must be stored in the inductor or capacitor, but energy must be dissipated in the form of resistor, that means in the form of heat energy. So, that is because in case of resistor power consumed must be more, but in case of inductor and in case of capacitor power consumed must be 0. So, that is why this is the called quality factor. This is only it is only the number, and quality factor indicates the sharpness of the curve, sharpness. If the quality factor is more, the sharpness is also more. Quality factor is more, the sharpness is also more. So, next here if you draw the graph for this, the same situation. Like this, if the sharpness is more, quality factor is high, that means R is less, because quality factor formula Q is equals to 1 by R root L by C. Quality factor is inversely proportional to R. If the resistance is more, the quality factor is less, that means the sharpness of the curve is less. If R is equals to 0, then the sharpness of the curve is infinity. Next, here Q is more, R here Q is, let us say R is negligible here, negligible, then the sharpness of the curve is infinity, R is less. Next here Q is less, R is more, like that. If the quality factor, this is the shape of a graph between current and frequency only. The quality factor indicates the sharpness of the curve. The sharpness of the curve is more, the quality factor is also more, and the resistance is less, and it is Q is more, R is less, then Q is less, R is more. This is the situation here. Q is equals to 1 by R root L by C. Quality factor is inversely proportional to resistance. Next condition, this is about quality factor. Next two conditions, if the current passes through the circuit, if the power consumed is 0, then that current is called wattless current. When this condition is happened, so wattless current means if current passes through the alternating current, not only current, if alternating current passing through the circuit if the power consumed is equal to 0, that current is called what is that? Wattless current. So that means power is 0. Of course, the current passes through the conductor. What is the power formula? I square R. The power consumed is equals to I square R or ERMS into IRMS anything. Of course, the current passes through the circuit. If the power consumed equals to 0, then that is called wattless current. So we have pure resistive circuit, pure inductor circuit, pure capacitor circuit, LR circuit, CR circuit, LC, LCR. We have this type of combinations. Pure resistive circuit, pure inductor, pure capacitor, LR circuit, CR circuit, LC circuit, LCR circuit. So we have these combinations, right? In case of pure resistive circuit, phase difference is equals to 0. That means power factor is equals to 1. The power consumed not equals to 0. The power consumed is not equal to 0. So in case of pure inductor, the phase difference is pi by 2. Then cos phi is equals to 0. So that's why when the current passes through the pure inductor, the power consumed is equals to 0. Then that current is called wattless current. Next, in case of pure capacitor, L is equals to phi by 2 and cos phi is equals to 0. Here also the phase difference between the EMF and current is 90. So that's why power factor equals to 0, power consumed equals to 0. So that's why when the current passes through the pure capacitor, alternating current passes through the pure capacitor, here also the power consumed is equals to 0. Here it is also wattless current. LR circuit. So remember one thing, if the resistance present in the circuit, then the power consumed never be equal to 0. So that's why the current in that situation is not the wattless current. In any situations, here LC circuit, again phi is equals to pi by 2, cos phi is equals to 0. In this situation also, the current is called wattless current. So blindly you have to remember, if the resistance is present in the circuit, the current never be the wattless current. Definitely certain amount of power must be consumed. So this is the wattless current. Next. So next condition, what is skin effect? Skin effects. Skin effect in the sense, let us say it is the conducting wire. If alternating current passes through the conducting wire, then the alternating current passes only in the surface. Alternating current passes through the surface only. The alternating current does not passes through the completely inside. Of course, if the DC current flows through the conductor, then DC current flows throughout the area of cross section. DC current flows throughout the area of cross section. Total area, it covers total area. But If the alternating current passes through the circuit, alternating current passes through the wire, the alternating current passes only through the surfaces. It does not travel through the in depth because this substance is having certain inductance. That inductor opposes the flow of current. So that's why the current, alternating current does not passes throughout this one. So that's why it passes only through the surfaces. It passes on the surface only. So that's why this is called skin effect. That means, for example, this is our body. Generally, the current passes only through the skin. It does not passes through in depth. So that's why this is called, here also the alternating current passes only through the surfaces. It does not travel through the inside because inductor. What is the cause of inductor? Role of inductor? Inductor does not allows the current to pass through it. It offers certain amount of opposition. For the flow of electric current. So that's why the current does not passes through in depth. The depth through which the current passes is called skin depth. That means, for example, it travels to the depth of 2 centimeters or it travels to the depth of 3 centimeters. The depth is called skin depth. So this is called skin effect. Next. Let's do based on problems. LCR circuits. Let's do some problems. See here, in LCR circuits, the voltage across the resistance, capacitance and inductance is 10 volts each. If the capacitance is short circuited, then voltage across the inductor will be. Capacitance is short circuited, voltage across the inductor will be. What is that value? How can you calculate that? So here, LCR circuit, this is the L, this is C and this is R. This is the alternating potential. Across this is 10 volts and it is also 10 volts like that. L, C, R. In a series LCR circuit, the voltage across the resistance, capacitance and inductance is 10 volts each. If the capacitance is short circuited, then what is the voltage across the inductance value? Only we have to find out the voltage across the inductance. So here first it is VL is equals to VC is equals to VR is equals to 10. That is the given situation. What is the net EMF in this situation here? VR square plus VL minus VC whole square generally. So then E is equals to under root 10 square plus 10 minus 10 whole square. So that is 10 volts. 10 volts. So from this VL equals to IR is equals to IXL is equals to IXC, because VL equals to, that is equals to 10. So that means what is the impedance? That means R is equals to XL is equals to XC, because the current is same. These three are connected in series, that's why the current must be same. That's why R is equals to XL equals to XC. Then what is the impedance? R square plus XL minus XC whole square. So that means impedance of the circuit is nothing but R, because XL equals to XC. Is these two are same, this is becomes 0. So Z is equals to R. Then what is the current passes through the circuit? E by R. So 10 by R. that is the current passes through the circuit. If the capacitance is short circuited, then what is the EMF, net EMF? Square root of E is equals to I into R square plus XL square. I into R square plus XL square. What is the net EMF? It is 10 volts. Net EMF is 10 volts. I is equals to 10 by R and square root of R square plus XL square. So R is equals to square root of R square plus E is equals to square root of only R square plus XL square. So E is equals to I into square root of R square plus, but R is equals to XL, so R square. E is equals to I into root 2 R. I is equals to root 2 R. From this I is equals to E is equals to root 2 IR. But the potential across this can be written as IXL is equals to, this is the net potential. Net potential. So only we have to find out the only potential across. I is equals to E by root 2 R. Then potential across the inductor is equals to IXL. I into XL is nothing but R. I into, what is the value of R here? From this R can be written as E by root 2 I. From this R can be written as E by root 2 I. So E by root 2. What is the net potential? So that is 10 by root 2. Potential across the inductor is equals to 10 by root 2. See here, first given that all the potentials must be same, that is 10. Then V, net potential. So we got 10. After that, capacitor is the circuit, in that circuit capacitor is short circuited, then it is R square plus XL minus XC. No, sorry, here effective EMF is equals to I into R square plus XL square. E is equals to, why we are writing XL equals to R? Because XL is equals to R here. From this I is equals to E by root 2 R. R can be written as E by root 2 I. What is VL? Potential across the inductor is equals to IXL. So this one. So based on this, this 10 by root 2. An inductance of 200 by pi millihenry. Inductance is equals to 200 by pi millihenry. And a capacitance of 10 to the power of minus 3 by pi, that can be written as 200 by pi into 10 to the power of minus 3 Henry. Farads. And a resistance of 10 ohms, R is equals to 10 ohms, are connected in series with an AC source of 220 volts 550 hertz. The phase angle of the current is, phase angle of the current. So potential is given as 220 and frequency is given as 50 hertz. So first series circuit, phase angle tan phi can be written as XL minus XC by R, XC minus XL by R. That means in these two which one is more, that's we have to calculate first. So first XL can be written as L omega. What is L? 200 by pi into 10 cube. Omega can be written as 2 pi f. So that is 200 by pi to 10 cube 10 power minus 3, 2 into pi into f is 50, 100. 200 into pi gets cancelled. 200 into 100, 52 is into 10 power minus 3. So 20 it is. Next XC. So 1 by C omega. 1 by C value is 10 power minus 3 by pi into omega 2 pi f and is 50. 1 by 10 power minus 3 into 100. 1 by 10 power minus 1, that is 10. So definitely XL is greater than XC. So therefore tan phi is equals to XL minus XC by R. XL is 20, XC is 10 divided by what is the value of R? 10. So that is 10 by 10. So that is equals to 1. Tan phi equals to 1. That means phi is equals to 45 degrees. So the phase between the current and this, directly you have to find out this value. Main thing is you must remember the formulas. That is very important. What is the, in case of LCR circuit, what is the net impedance, what is the phase angle, what is the power factor, everything you have to remember. It's very important. If once you remember that, the formulas are in your tips, it's very easy to calculate this.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.